So someone is getting a new puppy and they want to know, should I get a boy or a girl? What do you think?
Should you get a boy or a girl dog? I'm going to say this overall. I don't think it really matters that much. In terms of, I think it really comes down to preference, what you want to deal with, what you don't want to deal with, things like that. So I'll just go into how I'm thinking about it. The biggest one's preference. Do you want a boy dog or do you want a girl dog? I think there are 3 kind of categories of relationships. You've got boy dog, female owner, and they can bond really well. You've got, maybe it's bigger categories. You could do female dog and girl and woman, and they bond really well together. Same thing goes for males. You can have a human male and boy dog and girl dog and have a really strong bond. And yeah, so I think it's really just like preference. I've seen like great relationships. Like some girl dogs are like male dogs, like Mia liked men, me and my dad particularly, and just didn't really care as much for ladies. That's just what she was. But there's a lot of like boy dogs who their buddies, the husband or whatnot, their husband, their buddies with the husband, right? So I think it's just preference. It comes down to that first and foremost. I think in terms of trainability, I think they roughly train the same. I think that girl dogs might be a little bit smarter in the sense that they're like less just dumb, stubborn. Boy dogs, you can get a little bit more.
Females were smarter and easier to train than males.
I'd also say a little moodier though too. That is a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. Boy dogs though, they're a little bit more stubborn, and maybe I wouldn't necessarily say stubborn, but just a little bit less with it than girl dogs, I'd say. But also, you don't really deal with kind of the moodiness that you get with maybe a girl dog or whatnot. Yeah, and then what do you want to deal with? Like with boy dogs, it's a dog that doesn't go into heat. But as a result of that, you might deal with more like dominant behaviors, possibly like marking stuff, humping, things like that, more than you might deal with in a female. Females could still hump and mark, but it would be less prevalent in a female dog, but you don't deal with heat. Yeah, so ultimately I think it really comes down to preference and what you want to tolerate and don't want to tolerate and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Do you know anything like with the service dogs, do they prefer males or females? Like with the dogs you've worked, when you've been alongside the police, do they tend
Most of them want boy dogs, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, most of them want boy dogs, yeah. A lot of people want boy dogs for police dogs, protection dogs, things like that. There's a lot of great female dogs that are out there doing the same job or whatnot. But in my experience, most of those guys want male dogs or whatnot.
And is that because the aggression's more
I think so.
Instinctive with a male dog?
I think so too. And then, like I said, if you don't fix the dog, then you've got to deal with heat, and that'll take the dog off of work a little bit and stuff. And I think there's also just like a little bit, generally speaking, there's a little bit more courage and drive there. Maybe not drive might be the wrong word, but just more like courage in a boy dog. Yeah. So anyways.
Yeah. Interesting.
In terms of like service dogs, like with helping people with disabilities, I don't know if it really matters so much.
Yeah. I wouldn't have thought so. I think that's a preference there as well, isn't it? and of course, like with service dogs, if they match you to your service dog, so it could be either or, couldn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it really just comes down to what you want. I want a girl dog. I want another little girl. So, and then when I get a golden retriever, I want to get a boy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But I'm also kind of a creature habit too. It's like once I find something I like, I just want to keep doing that one thing, you know.
Yeah.
Had a great relationship and a great experience with a girl dog. Let's try my hand at that again, you know.
Yeah. Well, she's never going to replace that baby girl.
Never going to replace her. Never going to replace her. Not trying to do that.